Welcome back to the worst album ever made, a show where I'm on the hunt to find out what is the worst album ever made. And you might notice that there's something different about me this time. That's right, I got me a job at the Waffle House. Yeah, this YouTube stuff really doesn't really pay the bills, so if I want to keep up this high-quality video production, I need to get a job. And I thought, why not Waffle House? For those overseas viewers who are not in the know, Waffle House is a chain of United States diners that are open 24 hours a day. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner the entire time it's open. It's cheap, it's fast, it's open, and also there's a jukebox, so what's not to like? Well, there's one thing. The thing I'm about to mention is unknown to many and to the chagrin of every single Waffle House employee across this great nation. Did you know that Waffle House has their own record company? Yes! Yes, they do! Waffle House Records has been around since 1984 and has been producing music up to this very day. And you might think to yourselves, why does a waffle company make records? I don't know. They just do. And guess what their music's all about?
We've got good food fast, keeps you coming back at the Waffle House. You're always welcome back home.
Waffle House. The songs are about Waffle House. These two records I have right here are just the tip of the entire maple syrup covered iceberg. They made lots of these throughout the years. So, what Waffle House decided to do is they compiled a whole bunch of their singles they have produced since the 80s. And in 1999, they were like, hey, let's put some of the best songs we've ever produced into one CD. And that's how we got what we're talking about today, which is called Jukebox Favorites Volume 1. Oh, and before we begin, let me just tell you that I'm not actually a Waffle House employee. That was just kind of a little gag for the beginning of the video. The whole reason why this whole video was made out of nowhere, it's kind of a random video for me, is because I was going to a Waffle House with a friend and I heard this weird Waffle House music I've never heard before, and I struck a conversation with my waitress. And she said, yes, when tourists come down here, they usually spend like $20 on the jukebox to hear the original Waffle House music that's on the jukebox instead of playing any other type of music. She told me how much she hates that music. She cannot stand that music. It drives her up a wall every single day. And that's when I kind of decided that this is such a weird oddity, I needed to cover it for my show. So that's why I'm doing this, for you, my local Waffle House employees. And I hope that this gives you a little bit of a chuckle and a laugh as I rip this music apart. Alright, with that being said, let's get started on this whole thing with the first song, which is Waffle House Family Part Uno.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Come on in.
Believe I will.
Coffee's good, fresh and hot. How about a cup?
Waffle House Family Part 1 is exactly what you would expect a Waffle House branded song to sound like. It is very, very bland. It's very generic. It's talking about how good the service is at a Waffle House. I have listened to this CD over 20 times to prepare for this video. I have had this song on repeat, and I can say with utmost certainty there's no reason for anyone to ever listen to this music. Even if you're at Waffle House, I would choose any other thing on the jukebox. They have plenty of good artists to listen to. There is no need to listen to Waffle House Family Part 1.
Just say good morning.
Good morning.
The Waffle House way.
I like it that way.
We've got eggs any way you like them. 24 hours a day.
How Waffle House uses their music, it's almost like a training tool. It's almost exactly what they want their waiters and waitresses to act like. The whole CD as a whole, as you're going to find out, I find it very brainwashy. It is trying to indoctrinate you into this mindset Waffle House wants you to have. And those values are completely fine. I think that's a good goal for Waffle House to strive for. But when this is music that people can select, I can see why the people at Waffle House don't want to listen to it, because it's just corporate meddling just in the middle of their shift. I can get why they don't like it so much. Throughout the whole album, you're going to hear like the same kind of motifs for every song. Throughout every song, you're going to have someone ordering food or talking about how friendly the service is, or you're going to hear waffles being said or Waffle House being said throughout the song. But I think the funniest reoccurring theme of this entire album is the phrase "big yellow sign."
Yellow sign, big yellow sign, big yellow sign, big yellow sign, big yellow sign.
Waffle House doesn't really have a mascot. I mean, they do, but they really don't use it. And the most iconic thing about Waffle House is the logo, and it's a huge sign that you can see on the outside. It's very unique looking. So all of these songwriters are using the term "big yellow sign."
Damn it! How are we ever going to make 10 songs all about Waffle House?
I got it.
I'm gonna have to put a big yellow sign counter up there, and we're gonna update that throughout the video, because boy howdy do they use it a lot. The next song is called 844,739 Ways to Eat a Hamburger. Now, when I'm doing this little dive into the Waffle House music, I'm not really upset at any of the people involved with the songs, because I know that this is just freelance work. You are doing work for Waffle House. I don't think Billy D. Cox, the person who made this song, I don't believe that he was like, I have to make this song. I think he was given the title of exactly how many ways to eat a hamburger at Waffle House, and he was like, make a song on that. And he did, and I think he did a pretty good job making this song.
Lucky for me, I didn't have to go far. Turned in the parking lot, stopped my car right under the big yellow sign of the Waffle House.
When you go to Waffle House, at least the ones in my area that are a little bit older, you can see this exact phrase on the wall of this is how many ways you make a hamburger at Waffle House. So I don't doubt it was just like people in corporate or the founders saying, make this song, we need this song, and he said, yes sir.
Well, there's 844,739 ways to make a hamburger at Waffle House.
You heard that right.
The story, or the lore of the song, it's all about this guy who was coming on home from work, and he was like, you know what, I think I'm pretty hungry, I'm going to stop at Waffle House. While he's at Waffle House, he was like, hey, what are you making? And he's like, oh, I'm making a burger, quarter pounder with cheese. And he's like, oh, I'm going to have one of those. And the waitress says, how you like that fixed? And he's like, I don't know. And she got upset and instead listed every single way you make a hamburger at Waffle House. At the end of the song, he gets so confused by all the different choices, he decides to
Just have my burger plain.
Is it like a generic, like country rock song? 100%, but I think it's one of the better offerings that the Waffle House album has. Is it as good as, like, I don't know, The Residents? No. No, but I think for a Waffle House song, I think it is passable. This next song just infuriates me. It's called Waffle Doo-Wop.
Way back in the 50s, so long ago, there were two dreamers, their names Tom and Joe.
This whole song is just the founders of Waffle House paying someone to pat them on the back, telling people of how they founded Waffle House, and the whole thing is just stroking the egos of the corporate people at Waffle House.
That big yellow sign with people who care. Waffle House.
The song itself is the most generic 50s sounding song that you can imagine. It doesn't do anything interesting really, it just kind of plays it safe. And I know that's what they want. I know they want to play it safe. They're just trying to have something that feels like it's from the 50s. It talks about like the entire story of Waffle House, but the whole thing I just don't like it. I'd rather listen to songs just about like people at Waffle House. I don't care about their founders at all. This next song though is a guilty pleasure. I hope you're ready because I'm cooking, baby. I'm cooking.
I've been cooking up these waffles all morning long with sausage, ham, and bacon, and I'm still going strong.
This is the first song off this album that does not use the cop-out lyric, big yellow sign. So already, it's a huge win in my book. But also, how I'm kind of thinking about these songs in my head is if I was a Waffle House employee, in this case someone on the grill, and I had to listen to one of these songs, like, it would be tolerable. And I think in this instance, it would be super tolerable. This song I've been actually listening to when I'm cooking in my kitchen and making up food myself. And it, even though it's like generic rock song, it's super simple, it is something that I can still bounce my head to and I could be like, yep, I'm cooking. I'm cooking. I'm frying eggs.
'Cause I'm cooking. He's cooking. Yeah, I'm cooking. He's cooking.
One of the things that makes it a good Waffle House song to me is it's not trying to teach you exactly how to act as an employee. It's not talking about like the corporate slogans. It's not talking about the founders. This is you. It's talking about you. If you are on the grill and you are cooking up stuff, I feel like it will make you feel really good because it's talking about what you are doing at that moment and saying you are a badass. You are a badass because you are cooking up food. And I would feel like a badass. It's simple. Next up is, without a doubt, the most popular song Waffle House Records has ever produced. And that is the song, There Are Raisins in My Toast.
Raisin. Raisin toast. Raisin toast. Raisin. Raisin toast.
During the course of my research phase where I was listening to this album over and over again, this one always got stuck in my head. This song is an earworm. It's very simple. It's a very simple song, very simple chorus.
There are raisins in my toast. Raisin toast.
This song has more of a unique sound to it, and I think that's another reason why it's so memorable. It really stands out. Like Waffle Doo-Wop, I bet you already forgot what that sounds like. But Raisins in My Toast is so memorable, it's so unique, and it's so simple that I can see why it's so popular.
Rubbed my eyes and shook my head, how could this really be? A bunch of juicy raisins were performing just for me. They sang and danced and made me laugh, they told a joke or two. Marched up to the toaster singing, toast is what we do. They sang.
The plot of the song pretty much is a parody of the California Raisins, or it's either a parody, but it's kind of like a straight up rip-off of them. I don't know if there's any like official collaboration there, but to me, I don't think there is. They pretty much have the raisins from the Raisin Toast come up to life and start dancing and singing and telling people like, eat the Raisin Toast, it's fantastic, I love Waffle House Raisin Toast. And the guy eats it and he enjoys his day. And that's pretty much the plot. It's a lot more interesting than all the other songs you're going to listen to. I think it is one of the best songs here, but take it from me, if you're going to listen to it, do not listen to it on repeat. And if you're at Waffle House, do the people a favor and do not play this, because I know they're sick of it. So avoid this song if you're going to play any Waffle House music. Avoid this one at all costs, because they are tired of listening to this freaking song. This next song makes me a lot more mad than it should, but it's called Saturday Night at My Place. And you would never guess which place he's talking about.
Let's spend Saturday night at my place. It's open around the clock.
Waffle House! He's talking about Waffle House! This story is all about a very sad gentleman who has no food in his house. He has nothing to do on a Saturday night, so he decides to call up all of his friends to go hang out at a Waffle House. which I'm sure that all the people working at Waffle House would love to hear.
It don't matter what kind of mood you're in, we're gonna have a real good time. So come on, let's spend Saturday night at my place, Waffle House.
Like the lyric, it don't matter what kind of mood you're in, you're gonna have a real good time. Like, I don't know, it just seems so fake and phony. This whole song just feels gross to me. Why is this corporate meddling getting involved with my hash brown bowl? Leave me alone! One of the things that confuses me about Waffle House music is really you're only going to hear Waffle House music inside a Waffle House. So what is the song even trying to do? You're already there, you're already buying food. I guess it's just trying to brainwash people to be like, oh, if you have nothing to do on a Saturday night, come back here with all of your friends and just hang out at Waffle House. Have you seen a Waffle House? They're tiny. They are tiny restaurants. I've been in big groups going to a Waffle House before after work. I've had like a couple of times where we had like 8 people at a Waffle House. You cannot do that. And if you do that, the waiters and waitresses are probably going to be a little bit upset because really a Waffle House can only like hold like a party of 4 people comfortably. If you have any more than that, you better hope they're dead. And if they are dead, it's probably like 3 in the morning anyway. Just don't bring your whole group to Waffle House. Bring a small group. A small group of people who are being very well behaved and aren't going to be a nuisance because it is so annoying if that happens. Next song is another pretty decent song, again by Billy D. Cox, and the song is called Special Lady.
But I know just ahead someone's waiting, so I look for that big yellow sign.
I feel like if I was a waitress at Waffle House, I would appreciate the song because it's just talking about me, and like it would probably make me feel good when it comes on. The song is about a trucker. A trucker is stopping at a Waffle House, and he's just praising the waitress who's up there. That's another song where I'm like, they're praising their workers, and they're saying how good of a job they do, and I think that is the right kind of balance between like what you want the workers to do and how you want the workers to feel. It is the perfect amount of brainwashing.
Special lady waiting on me at the Waffle House. She's amazing, calling all those orders out.
Yeah, I feel like this would make an older woman who's working at Waffle House feel a little special when it comes on. Maybe the other workers go like, oh, that right there, oh, that's Gretchen, she's fantastic. That's you. Like when the song comes up, they'd be like, that's you, girl, that's you, Gretchen. And Gretchen be like, that's me, I'm the special lady at Waffle House. Or it could be a thing of the song comes on and they're like, it's talking about me. And the other worker would be like, no, it's talking about me. I feel like this kind of song, it gives you enough of a conversation between workers to where it could be kind of fun if this song came on. Now let me tell you though, what is the worst song? The worst song on this album by far, I hate it, is the song Going Back to the Waffle House. Now with this song right here, I'm not really talking about the instrumental. It's very early to mid-90s, which has it's kind of a little bit of a charm to it. It's very generic for its time, but then again, so is everything here. Like, I'm sure you're tired of me telling you how generic it is. It's all generic. But the main thing I hate is its message and its subject matter and how it presents everything. This one is the most, like, shady corporate, like, brainwashing. This song is talking about people who work at Waffle House and how they are so excited to go back to work. Everyone in the song is talking about how they love their job at Waffle House, talking about how they can't wait to go back because everyone there's just like me. Everyone at Waffle House loves me, I get paid really well, and yada 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 yada.
Going back to the Waffle House. I'm going back to the Waffle House. It's where I wanna be. With people just like me.
You love working at Waffle House. You love it. We're doing you a favor just by giving you this job, and you cannot go to any other job because you're not going to get paid as well, and you also would not have a family. We're a family here at Waffle House. So if you leave us, you are betraying your family and the only people who will understand you, okay? So, get back to freaking work.
I'm headed straight to that yellow sign.
This next song is called Good Food Fast.
Fry those eggs on a hot open grill. A golden waffle give you a taste for some thrill. The coffee tastes great, so don't be late. Good food fast at the Waffle House.
The whole song doesn't even feel like a song. It feels like a whole bunch of corporate slogans just crammed up into like a 2-minute package. It's so like whatever. If you came up with any kind of like random combination of Waffle House phrases, you'd probably you probably made the song. You might even made it better.
Stopping where you see the big yellow sign. If you like service and good food where you dine, you'll always know just down the road. Good food fast at the Waffle House.
This whole song doesn't really sound like a passion project from someone who really, really wants to make a Waffle House song. The whole thing sounds like it was written at gunpoint. It's just a whole bunch of corporate slogans just slammed together.
Good food fast at the Waffle House. Always smiling. Feels good. We'll love to take your order. Gonna treat you like you're right at home.
Good food fast at the Waffle House. Good food fast at the Waffle House. The last song to close this whole thing out is the song Waffle House Thank You, which Are you ready for another song that sounds like the corporate people were just like, make a song that tells people they're appreciated here at Waffle House. Make a song called Waffle House Thank You. And it sounds exactly what you would think would come from that kind of business proposal.
Thank you for all the times you stopped by the yellow sign. Thank you for giving us all your support and trust. We mean it from the heart. You make us what we are.
It's a cheesy gospel choir saying Waffle House thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a good closer, I guess, but there's nothing else to really say about it. When the whole album ends, you just feel like you wasted your entire afternoon listening to it. And that's all I can say. That's all I can say about it. And with that, that's Waffle House Favorites Volume 1. They would eventually release a couple other albums throughout the years. They released Volume 2 several years later, but I'm probably just going to leave it there. I don't know if I'm ever going to go back and listen to more Waffle House music, because I think that would be a waste of time. I feel like if you listen to one Waffle House album, you pretty much listen to all of them, because they are all based off Waffle House and using corporate terminology and yada 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 yada. And I don't want this to come off as like I'm a Waffle House hater. I don't hate Waffle House. I really like it. This is a vlog from way long ago that my friend took of me praising Waffle House.
But Waffle House is on another level. How good
decent service and good food. And IHOP and Denny's is completely below their level at the price and how close by it is. So the other places can suck it. But I think when it comes to the music, there's no real need to make this whole thing. There's no need to make Waffle House music. One or two, like, variety, like, for fun singles, that's okay. But, like, having this whole company constantly pushing out Waffle House music, there's no need for it. Especially since, like, all the music is basically the same. So, it's now time to ask that question, everybody. Does Waffle House Favorites Volume 1 belong on the board of shame here? I actually think so. I do. Even though there's some songs that I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm having a good time, there's just something about this that just rubs me the wrong way. And it's mostly just because of all the corporate meddling that it has. How forgettable this whole album is. The songs are so generic and bland and play it so safe. You are instantly going to forget you even listened to it right after you listen to it. There's no reason to ever listen to this music. And I think the fact that it's so generic, I think it's way better than Lou Reed's Metal Machine music. Because no matter what, you are not going to forget what you listened to with Metal Machine music. So yes, for the second time now, Lou Reed's Metal Machine music is coming off the board of shame. Because you might have noticed last time I did the show, I actually made it a 5 slot now instead of just a 3 slot to give some extra space for a album to place. Thanks, Momo. Thanks to all my patrons, and thank you for your patience when I make all these videos. If you want more content from me, I do have a podcast with my buddy Trenton called I'll Give You an Hour. I'll leave that link down below as well. If you want more Garrett Cactus Malpractice content, more content, always content, content, yes!
I want to live in my Waffle House with maple syrup on the walls. No one is here to bother me. There is nobody here at all. It's just that sign, that big yellow sign. It calls to me in my dreams. Shackles on my feet, shackles on my hands, and I can't sleep for 24 hours a day, getting paid minimum wage. Don't know what to eat, well, the waffle here's are cheap, you know. Dad, he used to say, you're gonna be big someday. Here's Kate, she asked what to make. You said something good and she put it on the plate. Here's Bill, he's cooking on the grill. You give him an order and he'll cook a tasty meal. Here's Kate, she asked what to make. You said something good and she put it on the plate. Here's Bill, he's cooking on the grill. You give him an order and he'll cook a tasty meal. Here's Kate, she asked what to make. You said something good and she put it on the plate. Here's Bill, he's cooking on the grill. You give him an order and he'll cook a tasty meal.